Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to Scarlet Hollow, where the search for Stella continues. Or rather, it will once we, stop to flirt with Oscar, I guess. I'm not really sure what the deal is with this being so dramatic, but okay. Sure. Let's see where this is going, I guess. Oscar, can I talk to you in private for a minute? I'm certainly not one to miss an opportunity to flirt shamelessly. In private? Sure, I can spare a minute. There's a nice secluded spot around the corner. Have fun being secretive, you two. We'll just hang back here and totally not listen in at all. Promise. Alright. You follow Oscar to a quiet space by the edge of the woods. Oh wow. This certainly is out of the way. Alright. Is this about what you said after the haunting last night? I'd be lying if I said I haven't been thinking about it. Which thing was that? Oh, right. This isn't the time for words. Reach out to him and hold him tight. This isn't the time for words. The world has been falling apart around you and Oscar since the moment you've met, and you only have so many more days before the bus rolls into town to ferry you back to the real world. The real world? What? Okay. You reach forward and pull Oscar into your arms. He doesn't hesitate before reciprocating. The two of you wrapping each other in a warm, comforting embrace. He smells wonderful, like coffee and wool. Disgusting. Anyway, the fabric of his sweater is soft against your face. You can feel how strong he is, his hefty arms drawing you in, pressing you against his broad chest. You melt together, each of your physiques allowing the other a rare opportunity to feel small and protected.
Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex.
Neither of you pull away, and the beautiful moment lasts just long enough that both of you know it's more than just a hug between friends. But finally, like all things, it does end, and Oscar lets go, his hands lingering on the small of your back for a second too long, reluctant to fully separate from you. But he straightens up, arms returning to his sides. Straightens up. His voice is lighthearted, and you can see a slight blush on it in his cheeks as he readjusts his glasses. Was that you comforting me, or me comforting you? Both, of course. It's been a long week. I think we could all use a little comfort from the people we care about. So you care about me? That's what I said. Oscar's pink cheeks blossom into a blustery red. I care about you too. And you're right. I needed that. It's funny, we've spent so little time together, but we've somehow managed to leave a permanent mark on each other's lives. That's life, eh? You pulled my daughter and her friends out of a collapsing mine. I don't think any of them actually know how close they were to... Indeed. Oscar pauses, pulling back his glasses to wipe a tear from his eyes. One of these days they'll realize how lucky they are. But all of those kids are alive and healthy because of you. That's right. They are. And then last night, you were tormented and trapped in a hell dimension because of something you didn't even know happened, that you had nothing to do with, all because I couldn't handle it on my own. But you got our house back. That ghost scared me so bad I took my daughter and ran, and you just stood up and yelled it into submission. That I did. Good times, good times. I haven't been able to stop thinking about you. I am a pretty memorable fellow, aren't I? You're the kind of person I want to be. I feel the same. I am also the kind of person I want to be. Tip. Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. Ah, lame. No polyamory? Boo! Well, this is a rather awkward situation. Because, like I said, I don't like missing opportunities to flirt shamelessly with people, but I don't think this is the romantic arc I want to get locked into, though. Actually, no. I know this isn't the romantic arc that I want to get locked into, because I know exactly what romantic arc I want to get locked into. It probably doesn't actually exist, because these writers aren't nearly based enough. That's all the more reason to not get locked into any at all. Right? So the only question is... do I reject him here, or do I just go back in time and make this not have ever happened in the first place? So... I'm just gonna go back and have this not have happened. Okay. I'll leave that save there just in case I wanna, I don't know, explore that possibility later, maybe after this playthrough. Maybe I'll go back and explore some of these possibilities in some sort of bonus episodes, but no. I think I'll not. I have nothing more to say here. Well, that was an irritating situation, but oh well. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? A couple. Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try to rope me into clocking in early. It feels like you've walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion. Their expressions gravely serious. Ah, yes. What's going on? Probably something to do with the strike, I would imagine. There's a strike up at the mines. They've made the diner their base of operations. Oh, yeah, did Kanika know about that? I forget. When you asked for the morning off, I didn't think you'd be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie. Stella's gone missing, and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Don't you apologize now. And I can't say I have. Should I be worried about her? Maybe. No. I mean... yeah, probably not. Not unless you can do something about it, eh? I hope not. I hope not. We're not interrupting anything here, are we? I hope not. We're not interrupting anything here, are we? Of course not. Any paying customer is welcome, long as you aren't about to step on anybody's toes or cause a fuss. I make no promises. What if they stick their foot out unwisely, I may just be stepping on a few toes. The miners in back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. I don't remember the voices I gave to these people. Sure, the shift schedules are tough,
And sure, we don't get enough time off for me to see my family as often as I'd like. Well, this is the best job I can get right now.
Listen, kid, you're only a year or so into this gig. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it till you find something better. Paycheck's a paycheck, I get it. But the next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, that uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers, and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out.
Zax, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason she can afford her tuition right now. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks, like the company housing. I can't afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I would live if I didn't have this job.
Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had proper maintenance done in decades. You know she uses that housing as an excuse to pay us less. And the company housing that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns I think that is misplaced. And the company housing means that almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. It's why the Scarlets can keep getting away with whatever they want. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. You know this is risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if y'all would stand with me and not let management's scare tactics get to you. Hell, there was a collapse less than 2 days ago, and the boss expects us not to riot at the thought of being forced back down there to work while the threat of death looms over our heads? You mean the collapse in the abandoned mine? You remember that the Scarlets came out looking like big damn heroes from what happened during that crash, right? Or collapse, rather. The threats only work if we let them. Or, you know, if they're willing to follow through with them. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. And without the mine, you guys have no work. So, it's a game of chicken then, eh, Zax? I think you'd be surprised who blinks first there. And of course, the idea that neither moves is also a possibility. We've got them against the ropes. We can't back down now or they'll come out swinging. And again, frankly, this is a bad time for a strike. A really bad time for a strike. Especially after what happened in the collapse, after all. But never mind. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turn towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. Well, I asked you a question. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. She's probably not. Weigh in on Baker and Harrison's situation. Oh yeah, that'll end well. Sure, let's see where this is going. Return without weighing in. Everyone should join the strike. Unite with your fellow workers. Screw my cousin. Screw my cousin, huh? I wish. Anyway, don't pressure people's acts. If they don't want to strike, they don't have to. I don't know if I'd call what he's doing pressuring her. I mean, yeah, I guess it is, but when I think of people being pressured to join strikes, I think of, well, jackboots coming down on kneecaps. This is relatively light. This is extraordinarily light in terms of pressure to join a strike. But then again, that's no reason not to nip this in the bud, is it? Most things like this do start small, so there's no point not weighing in right here. I mean, I doubt it's gonna do any good, but fuck it, why not? Don't pressure people, Zax. If they don't want to strike, they don't have to.
Joe Bob, what the hell?
What, Kanika? What? Oh, great. The boss even has her cousin going around strike breaking. Oh, please. If your strike can be broken by a few mild words, did it really even exist in the first place? Just get out. You're not welcome here.
All of you calm down. If a fight breaks out in my establishment, you're all out. I don't care who's in the right.
You heard the lady, Muscles. Just leave us alone. Whoa, hey. Let's all bring it down a notch. I'm sure Joe Bob just doesn't have a good grasp on the situation. Let's not start any fights. No need to kick anybody out, Aunt Winnie. We're all friends here.
Evidently not, eh, Harrison? I just want the record to show that just because I'm currently standing next to Tabitha's cousin does not mean I am friends with Tabitha's cousin.
Okay. You're right, Kanika, that isn't what means that you're friends with Tabitha's cousin.
I barely know this person.
It's funny what a turn a few mild words can create.
Isn't that funny, Harrison? How easily people who've stood by you through so much can turn on you on a dime from a few mild words. Isn't that telling, eh, Harrison?
Achievement saving the family business. Stop someone from joining the strike. Yeah. Well, did I stop her from joining the strike, or did they? Eh? I guess the difference is academic. So, about the strike. Somebody snitched at Tabitha. She caught us completely unprepared. For all we know, you overheard something and ratted us out.
Well, if I did, then that's just an abject lesson in operational security. Eh, Zax?
Sucks to suck. And with how you've been acting today, I don't know how you did it, but something tells me you're a part of the boss's machine.
The boss's machine. Yeah. I guess dehumanizing the opposing forces is a classic psychological trick.
A cheap trick, even. Kanika's eyes dart to the floor. Street smart. Lie. I'm no snitch. You can trust me. That gives you a long, hard look. Oh my.
Could be possible somebody else told her, Zax. A lot of people knew about it. It could have been anybody.
You might be right. Maybe I'll withhold my judgment for now. Good. And from a certain point of view, it's even true. Someone else did, but I'll say nothing about that, of course. Well, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Well, that was short, mercifully. You turn and leave the diner, Avery and Kanika trailing close behind you.
Still no sign of Stella.
Alright then. Well, it's a good thing, probably a good thing it was so short, because we've still got 2 more. Alright. Check out the mines, I guess.
I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin, since they're friends.
You don't see it? Oh, come on. The 2 of them have such a dynamic, you know? Classic dog and cat situation. They're a dynamic duo, I'll bet. Also, what do you mean classic dog and cat situation? I don't know what that means. I've certainly had dogs and cats. I've heard they don't get along, but I've found that to be bullshit. They get along just fine once they get used to each other. Initially, their body language is kind of contrary to each other. The way they react to things and the way they signal things are different to each other, significantly different, but it doesn't really
it's not that hard for them to adjust to each other, especially if they've been raised together or even just nearby each other. There was this one cat that would come to our backyard all the time back when I was a young lad. My sister would feed it, and one time it somehow found its way into our van and gave birth in the back. Very peculiar. Anyway, gave birth to a litter of 5 kittens, and those kittens would, like, when they had grown up enough to be on their own, they would, like, spend most of the day running around with the local dogs. And that was actually kind of a problem because they picked up loads of, like, fleas and shit from them. We had to grab the shit out of them with soap and all that just to make sure they wouldn't get eaten alive by parasites. Ugh. Good times. Come on, I'll drive us. You follow can you get to her van? I was just talking about a van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. I am unhappy with the treatment, I think, I am receiving as a worker. W? What? As a worker, I don't know what that is. A W? In. Oh, maybe that's in. I assume that's Scarlet Mine. Better hours now or none at all. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. Yeah, small. Literally 3 guys. Or maybe that's just all they bothered to make models for. Maybe there's actually a dozen. I don't know. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Well, if they're not, sucks to be them. Look out, fellas. That's the boss's cousin. And Zach said these kids were just down at the diner acting suspicious. Don't engage. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. I know nothing. I heard nothing. I am a shadow on the wall. What? What a weird thing to say. Might just collectively ignore you. Yeah, okay. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners collectively ignore you. Wow, rude. There's a fucking... There's literally someone, like, who might be dying in the woods sometime. But ooh, because I'm Tabitha's cousin. Clearly you don't need to give a shit. Sure. Look, I know you have a well-deserved bone to pick with the Scarlets, but Stella doesn't have anything to do with the strike. Have you seen her or not? The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? Indeed. We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we'd know if she'd come by. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Alright. I need to talk to Tabitha. I don't know why I don't just walk right by them, but sure. So you're saying you want to cross a picket line? You don't have to literally cross the picket line to get inside. There's always that hole Rosalina used to sneak in the other day. Good point. Okay, but you'll let me in, though. You flash the miners the winning Joe Bob smile. If Zax doesn't trust you, then I don't trust you. I don't care how charming you are. Come on. What harm could I possibly cause by going in there? I have my cousin's phone number. I'm staying at her house. And last I checked, she knows you're all striking. I said no. Yeah?
What are you going to do about it?
Oh god, Joe Bob, what are you doing?
Hey, I don't know if you're counting on me to jump in if you get into a scuffle here, but Aunt Winnie would kill me if I got into a fight with some of the regulars. Davis looks you up and down, and then shrugs. Nothing. It's a free country. Yeah. A free country for those with the muscles to stay free.
Well, I'm not crossing a picket line, and besides, I don't think Tabitha would be too happy to see me. I'll just wait by the van while you go talk to her.
Same. Everyone who works here is a regular at the diner. I don't want to make things weird.
Okay, but what if I sneak in instead?
You pull Kanika and Avery aside and tell them your plan to sneak in.
I guess that'll work, but I don't think it's a good idea for us to follow you in there.
Yeah, I've never really been sneaky. Plus all the miners know me. I'd stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, so either way they stay by the van. Okay, then let's just force our way through. Why not?
See you on the other side. Not if I see you first.
The industrial noises of the Scarlet mine are only a little quieter than they were 2 days ago. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. Knock or enter? Fuck it, let's just enter. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and open the door.
Rodriguez the Rat, walking on a meeting. What? Oh! Hi! I recognize you, hang on.
Fancy that. I think I can turn at least a few of the guys. And if you fired Davis... or Davies? I don't know.
Hi, Rodriguez. Fancy meeting you around here. You were one of the guys with Isaacs, the guy that told me about the strike. Interesting. Oh my god, have you heard of knocking? What are you even doing up here?
Should I go?
Yeah, and make sure no one sees you. No one else, at least.
I just realized that if you see this girl, tell her to leave, and her little dog, too. Ha! Nice. Rodriguez the Rat, I see. I'd say that's rather rude, but I actually rather like rats. Hey, I got kids to take care of. I can't miss a paycheck. And this is a right-to-work state. There's nothing wrong with me trying to keep food on the table.
Don't say another word. Just leave. I'll handle this.
Well, fair enough. Anyway, it's mice you really want to watch out for.
Rats are actually smarter and less, well,
mice are vicious little bastards. Rats, less so. Besides, rats are a lot more affectionate. Anyway, the door clicks closed as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. Tabitha heaves a heavy sigh. Please, just forget anything you heard, okay? Let's see. I really don't think you should fire Davis. Good idea, firing Davis. He seems to be the leader. It'll probably sink morale. Davis, he was the big guy, wasn't he? I don't particularly care. But let's see where this is going. I really don't think you should fire Davis. Okay. Why? They'd really start hating you then. You can salvage this. You just need to hear them out. I don't know about that. He seems well liked. They'd make him a martyr and it would strengthen the strike. Possibly. I mean, it could go either way, honestly. It'd either be a big blow to morale and a recognition that no one is safe and all that. Or, as I said, it could make him a martyr. And of course, the idea of... And of course, even the whole idea of breaking them around, making them think that way could backfire. Since fear as a motivator can easily backfire. I don't think you actually have to do anything to break the strike. There really aren't that many of them out there. Why risk anything? We can just wait them out. Maybe. It just seems like a mean thing to do. You're right. I can probably outlast them. But every drop of lost revenue hurts right now. Guess we'll just have to see who's stronger-willed.
the other hand, yeah, let's try the martyr thing. You might be right. That's my main concern, too. Understandable. He's also a good employee. There's a reason he's so well liked. People listen to him. They trust him. Is he now? Well, yeah, that's also a good point. You'd be losing a significant piece of the workforce, especially if he brings even a couple other people with him. I'll be careful about this. I'm not going to do anything hasty. I can wait to see where this goes. It's astonishing how much simply waiting can solve under the right circumstances. Tabitha, I don't know if we can be friends if you break a strike. Yeah, I'm definitely going to break up our friendship for political reasons, sure. I'm not going to undermine you. We're good, Tabby. Thanks. I know I haven't given you many reasons to be kind to me, so I really appreciate you choosing to be that way, even if I'm not very easy to get along with. Well, I don't know about that. I've certainly given you plenty of reason to be irritated at me, and maybe you don't give me as much leeway as I might prefer, but I've never had a problem getting along with you. Beyond, not in the sense of me getting upset at you, anyway. Besides, we're family, right? That means something. Look, you didn't come here to talk about my meeting. Why are you here? Don't get me wrong, it's nice to see a friendly face, but you shouldn't be up here. This is my battle to fight. I wouldn't take it from you. Stella is still missing. We've been looking all over town for her and don't have any leads. Tabitha groaned with anxiety. Yeah, I'm not feeling too confident myself. You don't think Wayne... It's a possibility. I mean, aside from her just making herself scarce for one of any number of reasons, that's probably the most plausible explanation. There wasn't evidence that he'd been in her house, or signs of struggle or anything. But, well, that doesn't mean that he didn't grab her elsewhere. How do we know she even went home last night? She ran off in the opposite direction. She did. Seems like she at least went home to grab her jacket. And there was the bread and all that. Stella's been known to disappear for days while she's doing her videos. But I think we both know that's not what's going on. Yeah, she'd have at least said something. She was gonna run off, and the timing stinks. I'll see if I can figure something out. Do you have time to hang out later? I miss you. You do? You're not joking? Does that really come as such a massive surprise? That I'd want to spend time with you? I guess maybe it does. But it's true, either way. There's so much on my plate right now. But I'll see you tonight. Great. It's a date. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we can have some ice cream or something. If you want to spend time together, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like that. Sounds like a pretty sweet time, Tabby girl. Pretty cool time, too. Tabitha's phone buzzes. Of course. I'd better get back to work. Stay safe out there, Joe Bob. Yeah, well, the moment has passed. Back to work. Call me if you run into more trouble. But please don't go looking for any today, okay? Well, I'm looking for Stella. I don't know if that qualifies as looking for trouble, but I'll try. I don't need you going missing too. Don't worry, Tabby girl. I'll turn up, one way or another.
That I can promise. You leave the office, closing the door behind you. Hey. Well, that did put a smile on my face, even if wasn't much help. Oh well, maybe she'll turn something up. Anyway, you find Kanika and Avery waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. Yeah, just burying the lead. You look back at the striking miners. Warn them about Rodriguez's scheme or keep it to yourself. Like I said, I'm no snitch. I mean, sure, I told her about the strike, but that was just me passing information along, eh? Anyway, you don't need to go around spilling Tabitha's secrets. Indeed. Or Rodriguez's secrets, either. Rodriguez's, that's a hard word to say. It's a hard word to possessify, anyway. Possessify, I don't know if that's a word. It feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out our next move from there. Where to next? Well, only one other option then. The church. No, actually, there's another option. Ending the video here. Because I have a feeling, a strange feeling, that that dealing with the stuff in the church might take a bit, if you catch my drift. After all, we do have a little bit more to talk about at the church with old Daniel than most players would, eh? But I could be wrong. Either way, this video is perfectly fine length already. I assume. I have absolutely no idea how long to make these videos. I am just flailing around in the void, making videos random lengths, and just stopping whenever I find a place to stop. I have no idea how long of videos you people want from me. And I don't even know if and even if I did, I don't even know if you guys are representative of the wider YouTube. Maybe you all want videos of 12 hours in length, but that would completely kill my ability to spread. Whatever. Anyway, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.